Hi everybody, welcome back to week 13, Shelf Stable Saturday, California Aldi edition. That's right, we are in California and I am at Aldi's right now. I'm gonna go run in, see what kind of trouble I can get myself into. I'm really looking for items that I can't easily find in Washington. So Aldi is a great source for some of those items. I kind of have an idea really of what I want to pick up, but we're going to try to stick to a budget of around $10 to $15. But aside from that, I am also going to do a mini grocery haul. I just want to pick up a few things to put together, some sandwiches. I have a favorite sandwich that I love from a sandwich place called the Brass Pickle that is no longer here in the high desert. So I'm going to go ahead and make that today. I'm getting hungry. And then for dinner tonight, I'm gonna pull together a shelf-stable meal using some of the food that I have in the trailer already, and just 3 ingredients. So stick around, keep on watching, and I'm gonna show you what I picked up on my Aldi haul. And then I'll take you through the trailer. I'll show you the pantry that I have there at my mom's house, and we'll cook a meal as well. All right, everybody, I made it back from Aldi's, and let me show you what I got. I told you I had a little bit of a plan, which mainly was focusing on some spices. So I found everything bagel seasoning and the jalapeno. I haven't had this flavor before, so this is gonna be a new to me. And of course we love spicy, so why wouldn't I? I originally was only gonna get 1, but I thought, man, I haven't seen these before. We don't have an Aldi in Washington, so I'm gonna grab an extra one just in case. So 2 is 1, 1 is none. These were $1.59 each. I also found everything bagel seasoning and the Asiago cheese. This is so good. I've had this before. Last year when I was down, I found 2 of these containers at Food for Less, so I brought them home. I've used them, so I'm going to replace them. This is a 2.4 ounce container. These were also $1.59, and I did grab 2 of these as well. I love smoked paprika, and we want to make sure that we are not suffering from food fatigue, so make sure you're stocking up on spices. So I grabbed one of these. This was $1.89. Turmeric has so many benefits. The curcumin is anti-inflammatory, and I love yellow rice and curries, so this is what that is going to be used for. This was also $1.89. And finally, I found a pouch of this Kevin's Thai coconut sauce. This is a 7 ounce container, and this was $2.49. I just love coconut and I love Thai food, so I thought this would be delicious with some pasta and chicken. All right, and here is my little grocery haul for Shelf Stable Saturday, week 13, Aldi edition. I spent a total of $12.63 on these items here. I'm still gonna be here until maybe the 2nd week in August, as my son has been recycled and his graduation date has moved to the 6th and 7th. So I wanted to make sure that I had some items that I could just make really quickly and without making a huge mess and having to do a ton of dishes. So let me show you what else I got. All right, and this is what else I picked up from Aldi. Some I'm going to eat now, and a few items I'm going to be bringing back home for Amato and I to share. So I first picked up a box of pita crackers with the sea salt. I also grabbed a box of the New Orleans style dirty rice. I haven't really had dirty rice before, so I am excited to try it. I also picked up one of these mini ravioli and the ricotta and spinach. I thought the Thai coconut sauce would be good with this, with some chicken. So I grabbed that. Last week I picked up a rice pouch of the tikka masala flavored rice. So I grabbed a container of the butter chicken marinara sauce. So I thought that that would be good to have as a meal one evening as well. I like spicy food, so I saw some of this Nashville hot chicken grill seasoning, so I had to pick up that as well. They had a pineapple coconut fruit spread, and this raspberry lychee fruit spread. So I grabbed one each of those. I'll be bringing those home for Amato and I to try. He loves pineapples, so I'm sure he'll like that. I also grabbed a cream style horseradish and stone ground mustard. These looked really good. We've had these before, but not this particular brand, so I thought I would pick those up and bring those home too. I've never seen these before. Amato loves tzatziki sauce, but I've never seen the Slovaki seasoning sauce. So I picked up one each of these. I think these were like $1.79 each, so they weren't too bad. And I think they'll go great with like grape leaves, or you know, you can probably like spread it on a flatbread and make like a little pizza, which I plan on doing. I told you I was wanting to make some sandwiches, so I picked up a package of salami, a package of cheese, along with a package of cream cheese to make my favorite sandwich, which is called the Big Squeeze. And I grabbed a loaf of bread and some tortillas because I want to make some mole eventually. And the dirty rice called for some ground beef, which I have, but I want to make it with ground pork. But I also wanted to make the ground pork, I wanted to make my filling for grape leaves and put it on top of a pizza. So I found 3 packages of ground pork. These were only $3.19 each, so I grabbed 3 of them. Okay, my big purchases were the extra virgin olive oil. One is an Italian olive oil, and another one is the Spanish olive oil. So I really want to do some kind of taste test video with the different olive oils to see if you can really tell the difference between the two. So I picked up those. One was $10, just over $10, and the other one was just over $12, which I think is a great deal for olive oil that is from a specific region, and the olives are also from that region. You're not going to find olives from other countries. They're only from the particular region that these olive oils represent. I also picked up some birthday cards. We all have people that we love that have birthdays. So these cards were 99 cents. So I picked up, I think, 6 different cards. I just loved all the colors, and you cannot find a good card now for under like $5. So I thought that was a great deal, and so I just grabbed one of each of the cards that they had. And here is my grocery haul for this week. I'm so sorry about the lights, you guys. I've got my mom's house on one side, I've got another house on the other, and it is really hot, so I've got pretty much the blinds all covered and the AC going. So what do you think about my grocery haul from Aldi's? I am super excited about the items that I found, and I still managed to be able to get a few things that I can make quick and easy without having to turn on the stove. I am just over here minding my own business, and this cat just jumped on the table and just started going to town on my arm. Now she's giving herself a little bath. Hey, look, I'm not even doing anything. What are you doing? My son plays really rough with her, so she likes to play pretty rough too. Hey! Ah. Look at those ears. She is feisty. She has been feisty since she was little. She's just over a year old now, and then she gives kisses. And she is so sweet. And she's just beautiful. Look at her. Callie, pretty girl. She's got her tail thrashing, which is a sign that she's annoyed. But you came up here and attacked me. I was minding my own business. Yeah. Okay, back to the video. So nothing can really keep Callie off of the counters. She does have a bad habit. So I know that she's been up on the counter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray the surface and get it clean before I make any of my food. All right, I'm sorry if you hear the air conditioner. There's nothing I can do about it, but we're gonna go ahead and make my favorite sandwich, which is called the Big Squeeze. And it came from a deli, a sandwich shop up the street from my mom's house. It's no longer there. It's called the Breast Pickle. And I am missing one ingredient, which are sprouts, sprouted greens. They didn't have any at Aldi, and I just didn't want to go to another store. So what we're gonna do is we are going to start now Their sandwich at Breast Pickle was made on a rye bread. I'm just gonna use this brioche bread that I got, and I'm gonna put a nice thick layer of cream cheese down. You can use the whipped cream cheese if you want. I'm just using the regular one. It's been just sitting out for a little while. I'm gonna do both sides, both slices. Next, I'm gonna add a couple pieces of cheese. I bought the Havarti cheese just because I wanted something different. Oh, let me back up a bit. I bought this everything bagel seasoning. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the light issue, but I'm gonna throw some of this everything bagel seasoning on here for some extra flavor. That's gonna be good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put my cheese back on. And at this point, if you have sprouted greens, you can go ahead and put those on now. And then I'm gonna be generous with my salami. And I think I've got nice 4 big slices of the salami. See how it tastes? This was really good. So next time you're at Aldi's, go down the spice aisle, see if you can find the everything bagel seasoning and the jalapeno. It is so good. Not very spicy, but it does have a lot of nice flavor. So I'm gonna go finish enjoying my lunch. As I was putting everything away, I realized that I had some bacon left over from earlier this last week. So I'm just gonna put a slice on each half of my sandwich. She wants to jump up here on the counter because that's where I'm eating, because she was just sitting on the table. I cleaned up the table and came to sit down. But one thing that I have learned about Callie is she is a beggar and she is food driven. I told my son she's a dog trapped in a cat's body. They have taught her to sit on command, and I am trying to teach her, Callie, hi. I am trying to teach her to give paw when she takes a treat. Hi, good girl. Callie's a good girl, isn't she? Hi, you want to say hi? Say hi. Hello. Oh. And in here I keep just some canned goods. I've got some canned chicken, some tomato paste, some freeze-dried red onions and dill. I've got this white sauce that I bought from our last grocery haul last week, along with some cream of chicken, cream of celery, and I think there is some cream of mushroom soup down there. On this side, I've got some dry products. I've got my dried milk, dried buttermilk. I got some Thrive Life potatoes, and then just some various seasonings. These are the only seasonings that I have. Pepper, onion, crushed red pepper, garlic powder, cumin, and some salt. I've got jasmine rice. I have, what are these? Oh, this is some homemade vanilla. And then I also have some beans down there. Down here I have, this is some Lipton iced tea mix along with some cold brew coffee for the Keurig and some tea. And then I brought some gelatin powder. I have no idea what this is. I have a feeling it's cachava, but I'm not sure. If it is the cachava, I don't really like it. It has stevia in it, and I do not like stevia. My oils are down here, so I have some avocado oil in a spray form and just in the liquid. I do have a toasted sesame seed oil, but that's over at my mom's house. I've got 2 quarts of bacon fat, and then I have a nice big container of some coconut oil. Moving over here to the little kitchen area, those are the items that I just bought today. Up here I have some freeze-dried food. So I have some Thrive Life green onions, tomatoes, peaches, apples, and I also have some meat. I've got some beef, some ground beef, I've got butter, strawberries, blueberries, and I've got some pineapple in here too. There really isn't much in the refrigerator. I have that cognac jelly stuff. I'm trying to work through it. It's not that great, but I'm trying. I've got my Primal Queen iron supplements. I've got plenty of water and tea. I have some Kalamata olives that I had used when I made a dish one night when I couldn't sleep. I've got more drinks, some tea and kombucha. This is the bread that we bought. I didn't finish my sandwich. I was only able to eat half of it, so I'm going to save the other half for later. I'm just about down to the last few tablespoons of heavy whipping cream for my coffee. Some bottled water. I have a brownie that I brought with me along with some rice. A little bit of chocolate just to have something sweet every now and then. And I am in my 10th day of a parasite cleanse, so that's what these are for. In here, I've got the cream cheese, the salami, and the Havarti cheese, along with the bacon. And then these are so good. I love these little waffles. I brought these from home. I haven't even eaten them. Honestly, I haven't even been craving them. So they're probably gonna end up making the journey home with me next month. And then I also had some Tillamook cheese that I brought with me for my drive down to California too, that I'm still working through. This is the main portion of the pantry. Back here, I have some powdered mashed potatoes along with some Thrive Life milk. I have pasta and mac and cheese sauce along with some sugar and tea, my oxygen absorbers. These are some Augustin Farm, the mixed vegetables, and some orzo. I had 5 boxes of mac and cheese. I just took them out and put them in a mason jar with an oxygen absorber, so in the event that we get rodents in here while I'm gone, they won't be able to get anything. Moving on to the second shelf, I have some Keystone meat products. I've got the beef and I've got the chicken. I am able to find them at the Walmart here in California, but my Walmart in Washington does not have them, so I have some of those. Also, a couple jars of capers that I found at Marshall's. These are going to be coming back to Washington with me. I like to keep a few of these beef crumble packets in here just for something quick and easy. I also have some canned chicken, some deviled corn, or some corned beef. Okay, I also have a box of mole that I need to use. You can see it has an expiration date of 5/23, so we're 2 years past the expiration date. I don't really concern myself too much with expiration dates, but I do like to have an idea of how old the food is. So when I open this, I will definitely give it the sniff test. I've got a nose like a bloodhound, so if it doesn't smell right, I will definitely throw it away, but I'm pretty sure it's still good. I have several cans of the deviled ham. I love canned ham. I've got some artichokes, and then this, I've got a couple of these as well that expire 12/27. Down here is where all of my boxed dried goods are. So we have all of the rices that we bought last week. Got some Dots pretzels. These are the best. I brought these from home along with the pistachios. I also brought my mom some of this blue corn masa. I had already brought it to her last when I was here in the fall, so this is going to be coming back home with me. I've got some tomato powder. I have dried whole egg powder. I have cacao nibs in here as well. And I also have some vegetable broth as well as chicken broth. And then some of these smoked Gouda pastas. And then I have some quick bread. All of my canned goods are down here. So I've got some coconut milk. I've got a bunch of different beans, black beans, navy beans, mostly pinto beans. I've got green beans, some sweet potatoes. I've got a box of manwich back there too, along with some tomato sauce and some boiled peanuts, mangoes, coffee. I found these at Winco for just over $5. They're currently like $7.49 in Washington, so I picked up 2 more of those. I've got some grilled olives that I absolutely love, and some minced onion, some espresso coffee, as well as a jar of pesto. And I also keep some baking powder in here. So my pantry is pretty well stocked, but I have one more thing to show you. Back here is the bunkhouse. There's Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Hi, baby. All right, and back here I have some Thrive Life meat. I have a number 10 can of ground beef. I've got grilled chicken dices, chicken slices, and those are the sausage crumbles. And then I just keep various bags. I have some cooking instruments, casserole dishes, even though I don't use the oven in here, so those just are sitting there. I also have a couple cases of mason jars to put anything inside that I don't want pests to get into. I've got a case of water on this side, another one on the other side. This bucket is filled with beans. I've got a 7 gallon, how much is this? 7 or 15 gallons? 7 gallon. This is a 7 gallon water bucket. And then I got my cooler. I've got a box of the Liquid Death. This is the mango. I don't like it. And then I've got another case of water. In the event of an emergency, I will not be making it to California. California is not my to-go place when there is an emergency, but if I'm here and there's an emergency, we left a generator in the back of the trailer. I've got plenty of paper towels and napkins. I've got my clothes, and then back here I have, this is avocado oil, MCT oil. I'm gonna bring these home because I don't want them just sitting here. We're gonna actually use that. And then these are vinegar. This one's almost done. And then I've got a couple bottles, jugs of water. And then down there is a big old bucket of what I thought was jasmine white rice, but it turned out to be jasmine brown rice. So we're gonna have fun working on that, as we don't eat a whole lot of brown rice. And then don't mind this. This is just some of our grocery haul from today. But I also have my snacks here, just some sunflower seeds and coconut rolls. I brought these from Washington to have on my way on my drive, but I haven't even really been craving any of them. I haven't really ate too much. I've got my mushroom hot cocoa. I've got my instant coffee and tea. My Keurig is there along with my coffee and our honey. And then I have my green drink along with my electrolytes, which I haven't taken in a couple days and I really need to, because I've been sweating like a pig here. It is so hot. So I need to replenish those electrolytes. And then in here, I wasn't going to show you these. They just happen to be sitting here, but these are all the condiments. You guys probably seen these when we were on our camping trip, but every time I get some condiments, I just throw them in a bag, throw them in my picnic basket whenever I travel, and bring them with me, because I don't have mayonnaise, mustard, or any condiments like that here. So I just use those. And my last little hiding spot in my home away from home is this little area down here where I've got my little mini crock pot. I think those are like 2-quart stoneware and a stainless steel baking dishes with my garbage bags, my French press. My plates and bowls don't fit in the cupboard that I have my cups in, but I also have a case of pinto beans, black beans, potatoes, green beans, corn. That's about it. So I pretty much have this trailer stocked in case there's an emergency. My mom and my brother will have access to all of this food if they need it. The kids also know that they can come in and take whatever it is that they need if they're struggling for groceries too. All right, everybody, keep on watching, because we're gonna make dinner using 3 shelf-stable ingredients. One of them is expired. What's it gonna be? Keep on watching, and if you're enjoying the video, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and leave me a comment. What are your favorite shelf-stable ingredients to stock up on, and have you been doing it every week? Let me know in the comment section. All right, I have a can of chicken breast meat, some artichokes, some creamy Alfredo, and some pasta. I'm just gonna cook the pasta according to the directions, and I'm gonna saute the chicken and the artichokes, and then we're just gonna heat it up with the creamy Alfredo and serve it as is. So it's gonna be really quick and super easy. Okay, to my skillet, I'm just gonna add a couple tablespoons of some avocado oil to let that get nice and hot. I'm also gonna add some of my pasta to the water. I'll just cook all of it. In goes the chicken. You want all of these avocados? Artichokes. And we're gonna add a whole can of artichokes. I've never had artichokes in my Alfredo before, so this will be a first. I'm gonna assume that you have regular spices like salt and pepper, so I'm gonna just throw in a little bit of pepper. Whoops. That was a little bit, and just a touch of salt because the chicken has some salt that was in the water. And for good measure, I like it spicy, so I'm gonna add some crushed red pepper. Okay. This is the crushed red pepper that I'm using. Wait until it starts talking back. You know, they gave a script to an AI robot, and the script, they wanted it to read it, and the script actually told the AI to shut itself down. AI recognized what the script was going to do and circumvented that. So it's becoming sentient. It's learning. I'm telling you. What was that movie with Will Smith? I Am Legend? iRobot. Terminator. RoboCop. I think these tell us the future.
They don't tell you the future. They prepare you for it.
They prepare you. That's a better way to say it. Yeah, they prepare you for it. And we're going to add our Classico Alfredo sauce. Remember to keep your jars. The Classico jars are actually mason jars, so they have all of their measurements on the side, and you can use these for canning projects too. All right, we're just gonna let that simmer for a few minutes while we drain our pasta, and then we'll just add the pasta to the sauce and let that warm up together. That's it. All done. We're gonna go ahead and plate it up and give it a taste test and see how we like it. Okay, I found some freeze-dried parsley in my mom's pantry, so I also added some freeze-dried parsley just for a little bit more color. Let's go ahead and get this plated up.
What? Yeah, it's on. Yeah. I have it. Remember.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna top each of our bowls with a little bit more parsley. This one is mine, and this one is for my son. I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a try because he's over here making his drink. It's really good. For just a can of Alfredo sauce, a can of chicken, and some pasta, you have a great meal. You can always make some garlic bread, add some garlic bread. You can add peas, you can add whatever vegetables you want to kind of beef it up if you want. But if you only have a few ingredients, it only costs a few dollars. This is the way to go. My son said that I needed to give it a rating. So on a rating of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this a 9.5, because I think it would be great with some garlic bread on the side, with some Parmesan cheese, a little bit of the extra fixins, but it's definitely not lacking any flavor. Just those little extra things would help. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next week on another Shelf Stable Saturday. Bye, everybody.